So today we are going to discuss another important data set named ELSON. And this ELSON is nothing but it's a kind of acronym coming from the large scale scene understanding. And it's a kind of challenge also how it's so we'll see step by step the kind of related information we'll see in this particular video. So before dealing that, let me just tell you some of the basic things about ELSON. So ELSON is a kind of challenge which helps on the different sorts of researchers just by providing a kind of challenge which helps in a specific way by offering different sorts of benchmarks for the large scale scene classification and understanding. So when we are coming to the ELSON, then this particular dataset contains 10 scene categories, and those 10 scene categories includes a different number of images. And when we are coming to this particular dataset, then there are thousands of images. Specifically, if we talk about, then there are huge number of images, more than 100,000 images you can find out. So the validation and the testing related bifurcation, etc., different sorts of things with respect to each category they have discussed over. So if we talk about this particular data set here, you can see that it is coming from this particular work, ELSON construction of a large scale image data set using deep learning with humans in the loop. So from the title itself, it becomes very clear that they are focusing large scale image data set creation, and that is done with the help of deep learning, putting the humans in the loop. Okay. So here the work abstract is also being given. So usually the large labeled training data sets are expensive and tedious to produce. So that's the key thing. That's why they are going for deep learning, because we do know that creation of a data set is not a simple task. And specifically if you're creating a big data set with useful information with labeling and all, then it's not quite at all easy. So that's why they have gone for the deep learning sort of things. Now they are proposing to amplify the human efforts through a partially automated labeling scheme, leveraging deep learning with humans in the loop. So that's the sole thing, that they are using deep learning, putting the humans in the loop, and they are taking the help of a partially automated labeling scheme. So that's the sole working mechanism, we say. And what they have done, they have iteratively sampled a subset, asking people to label them, then classify the others with the trained model, splitting the set into positive, negatives, and the unlabeled based on the classification confidence. So these are the sort of working mechanism or the kind of methodology, if we want to say. And finally, to assess the effectiveness, means for the testing purposes of this particular procedure, and to enable the kind of progress in the visual recognition system, they have constructed a new image data set also. So that's the whole sole conclusion of this particular work, if we say. And it's the kind of summary. If you want to jump onto the kind of a specific research paper, you can jump onto this particular work. It's an archive paper. So just go on to that at the Cornell University website. You'll find the archive link, and you will find the related useful information also. So here is the page. You can download the PDF page also, and just jump onto the PDF version of the work, and you will find the related information. Coming back, if we talk about the data, because data is important, and nothing more important in this set other than data. So just the main link for downloading the data is given over here. And if you want the object categories link list, then that particular link list is also given over here. So all the related information you will find over here. Additionally, the ELSON utility code is also given. So I think the basic things which are necessary to have a basic hands-on as well as the basic key information on this particular dataset is given over here with the help of the basic paper. Then the kind of library for the ELSON dataset in terms of GitHub. So here they have given the web page for more information, and they have given the citing information. Out of ethical responsibility, it's our duty to go for that. Then if we go on to the link list, then there is an index of link list. So in terms of all the different categories, link list is given over here. So this is the whole category, including the airplane, then the bicycles, then bird, boat, bus, car, chair, dog, motorbike, etc. Lot more objects categories. It's covered over here. And here is the kind of GitHub page in which we have already seen. Okay, so that's the basic thing about this particular data set. Now the point is that when we are looking onto a specific data set, it doesn't matter whether it's a small one or a big one. One thing comes to mind, that what we are looking onto, means whatever we are focusing on, is it the kind of all more authentic details, or there is something more that you can move on to and find some related information. So let me tell you that with respect to this particular data sets, a lot more different variants are available. And those variants include, as I told you, that you may go for a specific subcategory or sort of thing. So Elson churches, Elson bedroom, the kind of Elson horses, cars, etc. you can go for. These are the sort of different variants, and you can do your own preprocessing also on any database or the data set just to suit your research experiment needs, and that will be fine for you. Coming on to the specific task means the kind of works which you can do with this particular data set. So you can do the image generation, you can do the image enhancement, the bifurcation, etc., multiple works you can do. Coming on to the specific models, so there are multiple models which are covered by the different works. So the projected GAN, then the vision aided GAN, the polarity style GAN 2, etc. Some of the basic models. And coming on to the specific academic works, so there are a number of papers available on the different web portals like the Google Scholars, Asian Digital Library, etc. And you can find the related works. So if we want to have a decent work citation, then let me tell you that there is an interesting title of our academic work, that is the Drag Your GAN. And this work has a particular focus on the interactive point-based manipulation on the generative image manifold. And it is a very recent 2023 work, and the related GitHub repository is also available. So if you are interested, you can jump onto and find the related information. Additionally, there is a bit old work, but that is also quite important and interesting. That is the progressive growing of GANs for improving the quality, stability, and the variation. And it is a 2017 work. Again, the GitHub repository is available. So if you're interested, just jump onto the page and you can find the related information. So these are some of the basic coverage. I have just given 2-3 examples, but if you're interested, just go to any academic web portal page and you'll find a lot more details. So there are a number of papers, and don't just get restricted to this particular video or the kind of information. Do your self analysis and the research at your side, and you'll find the more specific things about this particular domain. So that's all from my side for this particular database. Hopefully you must have liked the video. If you didn't like, please do criticize and let us know what could be done to improve the quality. Thanks for watching.